Can't get rid of the ads. Mac Pro cleanup? What the fuck? Go away. What else? Alright. Yes, I got on EarthCam. I don't know if you could hear me, so I thought I would shoot a video. From what I can tell, you need my tough turf. However, I love me first with the thirst. One thing I'm noticing at the gym, the drinks are getting smaller. It's kind of interesting. No free meals, and your drinks are getting smaller. I don't think, look, I pay attention to patterns, meta. I don't think it's just my gym. Debt to begin. Debt to be in, being in, BEINNG, G over G. Would lend one example, actually, act your alley, but you can't offer that, can you? You can only cane and can you can only cane new, dude, and doer. Doer red, okay? To believe in your summation that you've made the way this far, but you haven't. So you need my tough turf, too bad. Without hyphens, to, tu, B, E, A, D. I don't know any better from you teaching me to be at. Now do I? I smell good. Alright, damn. Little, potent, but good. Misunderstood, STOOD, outer diameter. So I'll address these downloads as I get them and turn them into uploads. Whether you like me or not, at the post office, you're sending me to A-L-O-VE-ID-, okay? You're still sending the time, okay? You're providing the container so that you can fondle my value, but not with very earnest. The importance of being earnest, Oscar Wilde, Will and Wild, without any earnest intention, as far as I can tell. What else? Yeah, so as charming as it might be to grab my pinky, and it feels good, and it's cute, okay? That's about as far as we can really take it there. and here at the same time. I mean, honestly, okay? So let me point out what's happening as a possibility. Rachel's playing on two teams, okay? Tongue in cheek. Dimple sweet. I'm not being brutal or violent with my power, okay? You men -D are. I've not ever used a gun. I don't know how to use one, okay? Uh, Everything I own, practically, is unlocked, okay? I do lock up my bicycle because I've lost more of those in a year before that I could have bought a nice car. My bicycles just leave, all right? Even when I'm like 6 feet away, okay? Go into a store door with a glass door, and I'm like, where's my bike? I was right here getting a muffin at the mall. Oh my fuck. And there was the time that someone took my bike at a bank. This one's kind of a fun, endearing story. I was living in the hood, and after I got out of jail for, it wasn't rollerblading without my rear view mirror, for which I have a criminal record that says criminal record, my name, and the officer said that I was wearing spandex. Okay, so I have a criminal record for wearing spandex and operating rollerblades without a rear view mirror. What else? This one was from my, the guy, the man, Dan. Dan invested in my, in Xubrnt, my business when I first started. It was making performance active wear. He invested in that. He was a casino owner. And I realized I was in a fucked if I do, fucked if I don't position, because Dan owned casinos and he owned businesses and locations downtown, and I operated in one of those locations and lived above the business because living at home, let's put it this way, Mom, Angry Stomping Aries, used to chase me with my dad's belt for the fun of it and whip me for the fun of it. I'm a good runner for a reason. My brother also didn't like something I said and would either hit me, or I'd have to go run to the end of the block, or tickle him really hard and run down into the basement and put myself in the small cubicle of the bathroom with my feet against the door while he pounded on it but couldn't get in until my dad got home. So those were my options. Trying to avoid being hit or whipped on a daily basis. Mom wasn't happy, and it's because she worked for people like you at USPS, okay? To put a fucking lame roof over my head, okay? That my dad worked, He went to work early in the morning, and my mom worked graveyard, so they never saw each other except on the weekends. And then my mom raised, holy hell, the roof with vituperative, angry, incessant, screaming and yelling. Okay, I'm so not into that. I'm so not into drama. Look at me, I'm popular. Hold on just a moment. I can text too. That's awesome. What else? What else? I was going somewhere with that. I burped. It was a little petite chai burp. Let's see. Yeah, I lived above business and lived above it. When I lived above it, he had his belongings there. Uh, he had lived there previously until I guess he built a ranch outside of the Reno, Nevada area, house or whatever. He had a son, Sam. Same Sam. Say amen. Well, he doesn't know any fucking better. Dan had a girlfriend. Her name was Daria or Daria. I asked her, does it rhyme with car or air? And she told me, and then I was like, oh, Dan doesn't call you by your name. He fucks it up. He doesn't even care. Oh my God. She always looked like she had smeared Jezebel lipstick, and, you know, one of the rooms where I lived upstairs with his belongings in it had books in it, and I was thumbing through them, and there were Polaroids of besotted casino waitresses with hardly any clothing on, and I'm like, oh, oh, that's what you have in mind. And I'm like, you know, so the clues were there to character and trajectory. I was fresh out of Brigham Young University, where my nose was running around a track. I was and am proficient in running in circles. And generally when people ask, you know, what do you do? What are you good at? I say, I'm proficient in running in circles. That's what I do. That's what I'm trained to do. What else? So I lost my bike, one of my bikes, at a bank. I was living in the hood. I had jeans. Where did I get them? I'm not sure. They were, I think, boyfriend jeans, but they had huge, huge holes in them for about this much of my thigh showed. And I'm like, I'm not going to throw them away. I bought like $40 worth of beads at the time, and I used the industrial 69 bonded thread, nylon bonded thread that I used at the time to sew tents, tarps, and backpacks for outdoor survival schools for Dave at Oware, Oware. I believe he's still doing that, because every once in a while he still contacts me to do something for the East. I use that, and I those gaps I put in beads, and when I walked, they kind of clicked and clanked, and not clanked so much because they were glass and probably plastic of some sort. So I was a little bohemian on a bicycle, and I'm walking into the bank. I'm at the teller. The bank is a glass front, and It's it's got this concave area. It's a glass front, and my bike was the glass door, and they've got like a little place where there would be a not a clerk, but kind of a, I want to say someone like official. There'd be someone parked there, but they weren't there. At least that's what I recall. But anyways, the glass front, I'm like, I can see it. If someone takes my bike, I can see it. So I parked it in the glass front, went in the glass door, got in line, got at the teller, and I looked back and I'm like, here's my bike. Here's a guy that walks up right next to my bike. And I'm like, in that whole area, why is that guy? Why did he come and park himself right next to my bike? And as soon as I asked, his hands go, wah, and gets on my handlebars. And it's not like the movies where you're like, oh right, fast action, go. I'm like, wah! Trying to run really fast. I think I said, oh shit! Okay, it was the executive bank. It was where the executives that are polished go and do their banking, and I'm like bohemian hippie with beads and big holes and gaps in my jeans, and I'm trying to respond, and the only visual I can give you is a movie, like in the movies, and it's not like that. What really happens is no. Okay, it was slow-mo. My response of knowing what's going on was like, oh shit! But it's like moving through molasses, okay? And I'm saying, oh shit! Through the executive banking where everyone's polished and beads are, jamming on my jeans as I'm trying to run fast, but it's really not happening. It's because I think you get frozen in this response that of kind of like this realization, oh no, and yet striving out of it to properly, one would say react or simply to act, but it's like, it's like pick a line. Oh no, go, Had I been prepared, like, I know I'm going to a race, I've done my warm-up, I know there's going to be a starter gun, and I know I'm going to go off, and I know how I go off. I usually go to the lead pretty fast, okay? Because I have a long stride, and depending on the race and the spikes people are wearing, I get shit ass kicked in the shins and the legs if I don't lead. Okay, so me as a runner, I generally go to the front so I don't get kicked or boxed in. Ironically, I'm probably one of the better people that know how to get out of a box. And let me bring that up because when you're running with people of the same caliber in the same race, which happens, say at national events, you can get boxed in. And I tend to have a little bit more physicality than just your average distance runner. And I again, old stories. I was always polite. I'd say I want out. We're all running in a tight pack. I'd say I want out, knowing. So I gave indication, I gave direction. Politely stated my desire as my intention, knowing that no one was going to let me out. But I gave it before I got out. How do you get out as a distance runner or middle distance runner that's, think of running as a contact sport? You press on the solar plexus. And how do you leverage it to make it work for you? Your person next to you, you want out? You push on their solar plexus and back as you break out, so it pushes you forward as well. And I was excellent at getting out of a box. That's why one of the reasons I was the first leg of our relay team that broke the world record. That said, the record was soft, okay? It was going to be broken, and it got broken 2 times as well the same day. It's 4 by 800 meters. They don't run that in the Olympics, so either your high school team or your college team is going to break that. And I knew about it since high school, because high school coach was encouraging us to break it, but it was the Brigham Young team, the college team, that actually broke it. And on the podium, we were the happiest lot. Oh my God, I have the picture. You know, you got the podium, 1, 2, and 3. We were 3, 4 girls on a little podium, and our smiles are just beaming and delirious. It's like we're from a different planet from the other athletes. But it might have had something to do with me. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, bike was stolen, but he was being nonchalant, and I did get out the lobby into the outside, and he was being nonchalant, and I was running kind of like with like, I'm gonna get you. And he looked behind him casually and saw me, and then he started to pedal fast. It's Virginia Street. So took the corner on Virginia Street, which is the main thoroughfare through Reno, Nevada. It's going to take you through the arches, okay, of the world's biggest little city in the West. I don't know what they call it now. I can't remember, and I'm somewhat thankful for that. I grew up in Reno, Nevada. I was born in Las Vegas, grew up in Reno, Nevada. Sparks on the way to Reno, and Sandy, Utah on the way to Las Vegas. No, was it Las Vegas to Sandy? I remember Sandy because I was 4 years old and I ran away from home, okay, to my Aunt Mary's. I had to go through a corn stalk, and the kids that lived there, they chased me. And I'm like, I was determined. I'm like, I'm running away from home, okay? But I'm running to Aunt Mary's. Anyway. But it was kind of scary to be 4 years old and have bigger kids chase you. What else? Virginia Street. He speeds away. It's a 4-lane street, and I jump into it, into oncoming traffic, like a football player with the ball going, you know, stop. I'm like, that guy, you see, he's on my bicycle, you know, can you help me? And actually, there was this guy and there's this man, there's this person in a small pickup, and he's like, yes, I can help you. And he's like, get in. And so we got in, and we drove, but we hit the light, and we could see the guy on the bicycle go past the light and take the first left. And I couldn't tell you where he went after that, but we had to wait for the light. And I was like, oh, shit, you know? And he says to me, his uncle was a bounty hunter from Argentina. I'm pretty sure it's Argentina. And that he would be so proud. Okay, so this person from another country in a small little pickup stopped for me with my gesture in the street, and we set off to go find the guy that was on my bicycle. And it was the two of us in his little pickup, and we got past the light, took the left, and then we're like, we're in a neighborhood. Okay, well, let's start scanning. And so we went down a street. It was a long one, and then we came to a corner, another stoplight, and at that corner we saw an officer in his car, just sitting there, head down, and maybe eating a donut. I don't know. And but what I do know, our windows were rolled down. It was a nice day, and it was silent, but we were both thinking the same thing. Do we waste our time? And ask him, has he seen a bicycle? Is he going to help us? You know, is that just going to waste our time to be on point and on purpose? I knew in that gap of silence, we were thinking the same thing. And I went and asked the officer, and he's like, I can't help you, I'm on break. And I'm just like, ugh, I fucking knew it. Fucking knew it'd be a waste of time. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I have some ideas. I'm going to get back over to the think tank pretty soon. Alright, I'll keep continuing with uploads, downloads, downloads, and uploads. I get a little confused with what I think is the value to value and with what I see the value is to value. And I think that's commensurate. I think that works both ways, okay? In this affair of the heart and anyone who thinks they're involved, okay? Hark and art. T-H-E-A-R-K-T. H-A-D. E-W-E-I-D. There's a problem with you two that aren't showing proof, okay, and have just let me hanging. Well, I think you're competing with each other and using me to do it, to noose it. And I'm over that. So, you know, do what you want with that. What else? Yeah, you didn't see that coming. I don't know what to tell you there. And I don't know if it's a square, okay? Don't know. Simply don't know. What I do know is myself. In my capacity. Alright? I've already picked the trajectory. You've seen 8 years online. You've not seen my life before that, okay? But I wear many hats. I'm proficient and at many things, and it's required desire with discipline, which I can't say for a lot of pip and prig heights at USPS, okay? That think that when they don't even recognize they're walking into energy, okay? My energy. They can't even recognize it. I'm like, that says a lot about you, okay? It says a lot about you and only you. okay? Because you're not thinking to value and contribute. Contribution is a privilege you earn, okay? And I contributed at USPS, and I got the axe for it, okay? Malfeasantly. Because why? Because I know you can't touch me, and yet I want you to beg off my value, okay? It's not your value. And I'm not going to accept it that not only had you caused hopeful indifference in my upbringing, okay? My mom's whipping me because of you. I can't make that pain of memory go away, okay? While you're still sending the time, and you think you're just fine, duh, okay? FINED. What are you going to do? Start teaching Tweedledee and Tweedledum how to have a living sum on your income? What the fuck? You can't teach them without giving up the goods that you never had the goods, okay? Never wanted to understand, and value debt to a land, the hand that should have, Hall halved, okay? So you need to lie. Compulsory lying so you keep maintaining your income on newer doer dudes and nudes that are in the red, okay? And debt to tour your bread. And thank you for it, Thief Pen. Rich wrote, he apparently died, okay? You could look online. Do I think he's dead? I have to say I don't know. It's a little suspicious, if you ask me. He's very, very healthy, okay? But I was very healthy, and then I was anemic, and then I had a polyp surgery. Then they found a fibroid stalk growing like a finger of fucking God, growing out of my uterus. It was bigger than my uterus. I had a fibroid, bigger than my uterus, in my uterus, okay? And then they removed that, and then I had a fucking hole in my bucket, so we took the uterus out. We decided to leave the cervix, okay? Although, that's not a current surgery tactic. They take that too, but then they put this little, I don't know, grid plastic filter in it, and it doesn't, I decided I'd want my cervix, so honestly, I only fuck for fun now. Because I can. It's my only option. Why would I fuck? It'd be for fun, that's it. Oh, Christ gives me head. I do that in my performance art where I do 2D performance art. I've done it for a while, although I haven't done it recently. And I moved out here for a fresh start where I wasn't known. And but one of the times I did a 3D performance art, I had behind me a full-size picture of me naked on a cross of dollar bills, and then I stood up naked and read what I wanted to say. And knowing that if I was naked, nobody was going to touch me and remove me from the stage. And there were booze, and the theater got moved to the bar next door because the theater got flooded or wherever the performance area was going to be. So I actually performed the stage on at a bar naked, okay? Speaking rational thought, knowing that that's not very popular, okay? And I got booze and whatever, so I know how to do that. I've done it more than once. I offered impromptu silence. Still not moving until I'm done. So, fuck off. I can be polite too. It wasn't emotional excess seduction or distraction. It was actually putting me on the cross to get my point across. Are you gonna fucking look at value and value it right here and right now? Oh my god, I can't put my ears and my fucking eyeballs together. No, you can't. Have another beer, you douche. D-ouch. Hyphen. I'm pulling you lout. I'm pulling you out. I'm pulling your value that you are as a lout out. And how I'm doing it is mimicry. I present a value knowing that you're going to reflect it back to me. But you can only do it as a jackass. That's the key to my performance art, 2D performance art. I'll see if I have some here. Your weakness is you're not really thinking for yourself. You don't desire yourself. You don't love yourself first with the thirst, okay? Otherwise, you'd be your own fucking container to net girth, okay? The dearth, gear the earth. DG. Where there's a dearth, a scarcity, you gear the earth. And you can't do that. I know that too, okay? So I fuck with you. Why? What else am I supposed to fucking do with my time? Amuse myself as you shit all over me. Okay, hyphen. Everywhere I go, I get to deal with your fucking grease. Okay, that's hyphenated. Grease the ass to seat and speak. Okay. So your value always tears to rep and reap, peat and pleat. Okay, the love L that you eat, and pushing mine to the wayside. So it doesn't even have to be seen and regarded as being necessary to make sustainable among the ego god, dude and Jude, and doer red and Jewer red, okay? Being ugly, stupid, and weak is not the solution. I did that a long time ago. no apologies for not being what is expected. I tried to get a fake tan, a dark tan. I was making, so I made my outfit. I actually wore that to the gym to work out. I had really long bleach blonde hair, and let's see, I was making performance bikinis, bathing suits for bodybuilders. So I went to their set, and with bodybuilders, they angle the light high, so it cuts hard to produce more chiseled angles. I went to their set during their performance with their photographer and had them shoot me as a bodybuilder. I was the handmaid. I was the handmaid of bodybuilders, which is not very healthy. What they do to shrink and shrink and shrink, and then flex only on a stage. It's not healthy and it's not really strong. Okay, I do my flexing where I am, and that was really the point I was trying to make. Okay, and then I went to coffee shops. I had a handful of gyms that I was in. I've had 3 working at the same time, and I show up to them at different times so I wouldn't be hit on as much, even by the owners. Seriously, it's like I'm working out. It's like, here's a gumball. I'm like, can't you see working out when I can't take your fucking gumball because I'm working out? Oh my Jesus. or there's the Gold's Gym where the guys are all really puffy, and then they fade down to little ballerina twinkle toes. I'm like, I know the leg workouts are hard, and you're not doing them. So I get on my bike and ride them over to the Posh Gym, and who was wearing this? I was wearing this after a photo shoot, and there was this woman and this man, and she had a big tent of a t-shirt over her bicycle shorts because she needed that much fabric to work out in and be covered. And she issued a look of disgust at me, like, and I was just on my way to go do my workout, and like I rode my bike from one town to the next from another one, and I went and took the 45-pound weights on the leg extension, hip sled, and I think I stacked 6 on. Out of that whole gym, every man included, I lift the most on that. So she gave me that look of disgust, like, I can't believe that hussy is dressed that way for so much attention at the gym. And then I go and huck 45 plates on and just like, doo-doo-doo, can't get enough. Oh my God, can't get enough. It was very funny because the person she was with, maybe her boyfriend, I don't know. Then I went to go do kickbacks for my triceps with a dumbbell, and he came over while I'm working out, trying to shake my hand, and I'm kind of like, dude, I got a dumbbell in my hand, okay? Can't shake your hand. Bye. Anyway, I learned different things at different gyms, whether it was a strictly practical, no frills gym, or the Posh Gym, and of course Gold's Gym, where you've got posturing, pompous posturing, and someone you need to wipe your butt because of the way you walk with your developed muscles. You can't do it yourself. On little twinkle toes. Okay. And what else did I learn? Well, when I put this in gyms and coffee shops, what I found is I put it on their public board, and next to the scantily clad advertisements for their their bodybuilding shows, okay? And the practical gym would cover up my body and leave my message. The posh gym would cover up my message and leave my body. And so I started to figure out, it's because of so I took it in my own hands. Performance Art by Angela Cook. I started to add designed, manufactured, modeled, and marketed. I should have put distributed also. So I was everything, and that made women want to fight with me. Okay, in the gym, we called it Polish fighting, or actually Polish wrestling. Instead of like this, it's like this. So you're like, you want to fight? Oh, boom. So this is what happens. Women can't put it together. Well, and I'm sure on occasion it happens with men too, but this has happened more than once. So I watch women kind of do this sort of thing, like synapses are misfiring in their head, like, okay, that thing kind of happens. And then what happens is this sort of sneaky snooping and following me around in a dopey sort of way, okay? In an obtuse sort of way. I mean, it's happened even when I was standing in line for groceries. This woman behind me kept bumping me with her grocery cart. And I'm kind of like, I get your toy need, okay? Because it's not my first trip to the grocery store now, is it? Okay? I can find you anywhere. Need some fucking energy, don't you? You can't, you're walking into my energy field and you know it. You can't figure it out. You don't know what it is, and you want to own it. But you're not equipped to know how. Grasp. How do you grasp a snake? Okay. What else? It makes your own continuity, okay? With your own leg, your own one leg. Your one tube, okay? What goes in, goes out. The other end. Yeah, the woman at the gym, not filling her forum in my estimation, but she's certainly filling it for society, the peak of society, which really kind of makes her dismal to associate with. I don't care what she says, okay? Give her a little chicken brain, okay? Sorry. Take the straight truth, take it, okay, and grow up. Grow some real gonads, okay, and carrying them in your hand, okay. You're not interesting. You don't have anything to contribute because you have no heart, because you're listening to, all right, to be like to. And you get offended when you run into someone's energy that you think you deserve, but you haven't, okay? Yeah, so I was at the gym, sneaking and snooping, saw this on the public area, saw that was me at the gym doing my workout. I'm probably the only person who's been to a gym that has been asked to leave because I was working out, because my working out was distracting people. I was asked, I had 2 jobs, and I was working between those jobs, and how I was able to put in a 10, 12-minute workout between the 2 jobs is because the clocks were off. Okay, so I was able to go from one job, do a small yet intense workout. What did we call that? Interval training. So 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, 30 seconds intense, 30 seconds rest. I could do 6, 8, 10 minutes of that, 2 minutes to change a shirt, get in the car, and down the road. Had it timed. Clock in to my next job. And so I was doing interval training in this annex with mirrors. Off to the side, they've got a like a little a workout universal. So it's got like, you know, sit-ups, push-ups, pull down, free weights. I was sequestered to the corner. In that 10 minutes roughly, which I was doing my interval training in between jobs, they had assembled an aerobic class. They were facing the mirror. I was out of the way. And the little women had little weights. You could barely see the edge of them. And because they're all looking over at me like this, and their wrists were drooped. Like, that little weight's too heavy for you? Here, let me help you with your tissue. Okay. The aerobics instructor comes over to me and says, you need to leave. And I'm like, what? She's like, you're distracting my class. Like, and then I looked over and I saw all the little women with the little weights like this. And I'm like, oh my fuck. Oh my fuck. Are you fucking serious? That you can't keep your class's attention? Let me guess how you hold your weights. What else? Yeah, it was at that gym that the woman saw me, saw my ad, saw me at the gym, saw me working out, and started kind of like poking her way, like dopey, obtuse, into my energy, following me around. And so on the way out, I said to the owner, who offered me a gumball, while I was, you know, preoccupied working out, said, a woman wants to Polish wrestle me. And he knew what I meant because he's the one who taught me what it meant. Trying to flirt with me while his girlfriend was there or not. I don't know. He eventually made me not go to the gym anymore because it's probably something I said or didn't do with him. Can't remember. And don't feel the need to. It's just what that is. Okay? What else? See where you are. I'm just jotting, I'm just talking, filling in a few gaps here to make a nice little transition. Start staging my life according to my own desire. I can't help you with your procrastination and indecision. You making me unsustainable doesn't really want to make me help you. You think if I get out of the way that you will thus have motivation to be what you want to be. You won't have it. Okay? It's an illusion. You didn't make this value. But you can't help but swipe, and I know that. Okay? So no tear here, because I've dealt with this so much. I fucking expect it. I'm not dangerous. I'm self-contained. You're the danger. You can only send a gun to do your bidding as reason. Tone on Bone, TV. You don't desire. You're dangerous. You have no love and you have no strength to show it due of. Okay? You don't love yourself first with a thirst. You're not making honest tread and bread. For the want tough it. Tough. I-X-I-T. Heave and head. And honestly, I'm kind of excited that I don't care. Because I can leave you there. You, with wave and have, ID hyphen, you've been misusing virtue, and I'm not here to save you. I'm not here to save you. You are. But you need to do it on the right frame, okay? And I'm your way. I don't forget the things that have been done to me. Too much Scorpio to forget, okay? I'm a Libra, Virgo moon, Sag rising. I've got a stellium, which means 3 planets or more of Scorpio, and a stellium of Virgo, and I have all the water signs. And predominantly the 9th house, 9 and 11. And I'm not here to apologize for one thing. What else? Yeah, you've been abusing. You toss around the thank God. You toss around your third person, like all you have to do is chant it and it has your back and your forward prosperity. And I think the final pursuit is my virtue, myself, my value is not going to save you. And it's not going to shave. It's not going to haven. It's not going to have you either. Have or haven. It's not going to have you. I don't care. I don't care what you do. All right? That's my value. To give you your toy value and have it ask, are you screw and screwer red, redo and doer red? Two with word, dead to bread and breed, red bread, bread? Oh boy, you get to pull your head out of your asses. Asses. You get to do that. You get to form caucuses to help you do that with each other, like AA. I have experiences with people in AA. They could only love you if they can pity you. Sorry. Okay? You can cover up your addiction, but you can't cover up that you still don't have desire except defend. Alright? What else? And by the way, that's all you hire. So thus that's all you conspire and consire. Hyphenated. Alright, so I should probably try and get off this angle because I have some good ideas. I'll share them with the right people. Alright, now I'm going back over to Think Tank. GoFig is in the process of being uploaded. Fact of the matter is I'm probably going to upload this video, put it back on GoFig, and upload it again. So, I'll be doing a couple uploads tonight.